All right, we're getting some information this afternoon that on Wednesday, September 5th, Inyo National Forest, in partnership with numerous law enforcement agencies, eradicated 8,000 marijuana plants being grown illegally on forest land. In addition, 100 pounds of processed plants were also seized. The grow site was in a remote area of the Inyo Mountains. Press release notes that the United States Forest Service law enforcement, Inyo County Sheriff's Office, Mono County District Attorney's Office, and California Fish and Wildlife were involved in ensuring the grow site was safe to enter, securing the marijuana, and eradicating it in coordination with the United States Drug Enforcement Administration. All agencies assisting in the eradication operation want to remind residents and visitors the dangers that are inherent on illegal marijuana cultivation. If you become aware that you have come upon a cultivation site, leave immediately and do not attempt to engage with the growers. Once in a safe location, report as many details about the location to law enforcement. That press release also notes marijuana cultivation causes extreme damage to ecosystems, and as part of the illegal cultivation process, growers are responsible for using miles of plastic tubing and diverting water from natural sources for crop irrigation. The use of banned herbicides and pesticides is also common practice. Additionally, marijuana cultivation sites often contain large amounts of trash and create fire hazards in wildland areas. Again, law enforcement officers continue to investigate the grow site. No arrests have been made at this time. Well, the Butte Fire, at last report, 6,706 acres and just 3% contained. Butte Fire burning in a steep, rocky terrain approximately 9 miles southwest of Walker and 15 miles northwest of Bridgeport. Currently, over 400 personnel on the fire. Incident command post is set up at the Antelope Valley Volunteer Fire Station in Colville. Mandatory evacuations remain in effect for residents and structures in the area of Fales Hot Springs, Devil's Gate Pass, Swagger Creek, and for the Marine Corps Mountain Warfare Training Center. U.S. Highway 395 remains closed from south of Walker to the north end of Bridgeport. However, both Bridgeport and Walker are accessible to travelers, with through traffic detoured into Smith Valley at Holbrook Junction. That's State Route in Nevada 208, approximately 4 miles north of the California-Nevada state line. They're assisting travelers that are looking to detour around that closure. Also, Sonora Pass, California State Route 108, closed at the Mono-Tuolumne County line to US 395. Many recreation sites closed due to the Butte Fire. Bootleg, Chris Flat, Sonora Bridge, and Levitt Meadows campgrounds, trailheads, as well as the Levitt Meadows Pack Station. The Pacific Crest Trail also closed between California State Route 108 at Sonora Pass and Highway 4 at Ebbets Pass. Some values at risk include structures and residences along Highway 395 in the areas of Fales Hot Springs, Devil's Gate, Swagger Creek, and again that U.S. Military Training Center. Transportation corridor on US 395, State Route 108, campgrounds, historic sites, grazing allotments, sage-grouse habitat, watershed, and the Lahontan cutthroat trout. The Butte Fire started Tuesday afternoon at about 2:30. Again, at last report, 400 personnel working it, over 6,700 acres burned, 3% containment, full containment expected by September 13th. And what turned out to be, thankfully, a small fire in southern Mono County prompted Mono County to issue a press release that states, on August 30th, a drone flown by a contractor for the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power crashed, sparking a fire on ranch lands that LADWP, the press release notes, has dewatered as part of a plan to export more water from the Eastern Sierra to the city of Los Angeles. Now, according to preliminary reports from the BLM and the Inyo National Forest Service Owens Valley Interagency Communications Center, the crash occurred at approximately 11:20 a.m., starting a fire near McGee Creek, northwest of Crowley Lake. Fire continued for more than 2 hours, burning approximately 10 acres before being contained at approximately 1:45 p.m. As of late last Thursday, the fire was still smoldering and smoking, and officials were monitoring the area. Now, the press release from Mono County notes that the drone was flying above Los Angeles-owned lands in Long Valley that have been historically leased for ranching. According to local sources, the purpose of the flight was to monitor the effects of LADWP's dewatering on bi-state sage grouse, a species proposed for listing under the Federal Endangered Species Act. The helicopter-style drone was approximately 9 feet long, the press release says, and by late last week, cause of the crash remain unknown. Said Mono County Supervisor and former Long Valley Fire Protection District Chief Fred Stump said, "I have lived in the Crowley Lake area since 1991, and I have never seen a fire in that area." That full press release is posted on our website, sierrawave.net. Speaking of sage grouse, comments sought for the sage grouse habitat enhancement project. Inyo National Forest proposing to implement a sage grouse habitat enhancement project in and around Big Sand Flat and Sage Hen Summit. Now, the project would entail removing small trees from approximately 1,360 acres. The small diameter young trees would be felled and limbed using chainsaws and allowed to naturally decompose on site. The press release notes this type of project is known to be an effective habitat enhancement tool. Another area treatment near Sage Hen Summit was repopulated by sage grouse within weeks of the project's completion. More information, you can contact Richard Perloff, 760-924-5508, or email rperloff@fs.fed.us. Well, I like this. Mammoth Lakes Unified School District, in partnership with the Mammoth Lakes Police Department, has signed an agreement with Tip Now, the flagship campus safety product from Resilience Incorporated that is based in Silicon Valley. Tip Now, an anonymous reporting system that allows tips to be submitted through a variety of channels for officials to review and follow up as needed. This new system is an important step in Mammoth Unified School District and MLPD's See Something, Hear Something, Say Something campaign focused on improving campus and community safety. Tip Now is a tip collection and management system for anonymous tips originating from the mobile app text/SMS as well as voice. Tip Now, trademarked, facilitates automated notification to Mammoth Unified School District campus security personnel and the Mammoth Lakes Police Department personnel regarding non-emergency suspicious activity. Emergencies should always be reported by calling 911. Press release notes the new reporting system can help identify issues like bullying, depression, potential active shooter, stalking, drug dealing, theft, harassment, unsafe conditions, suicide, hazing, and yes, illegal substance consumption. The unique aspect, the press release notes of Tip Now, is its ability to keep the identity of the reporting user anonymous. Tip Now enables the school administration or the Mammoth Lakes Police Department to anonymously interact with the reporter. Mammoth Lakes Police Chief Al Davis said, thanks to MUSD partnership, Tip Now can be used by anyone in the Mammoth Lakes community to anonymously report suspicious activities at any time. These reports will be sent directly to MLPD for follow-up. We strongly encourage our community to use this new system so we can work together to keep our community safe, end quote. That full press release is posted on our website, sierrawave.net. We'll be back with more news.